Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers. This is Dot, my rescue puppy. And here is her morning treat, as she may or may not take it. There she goes. And this is our brief daily message of hope. And I do pray that you're in a good spot today, where you're able to experience and enjoy the love of the Lord. And He's right there with you. And so since you're going to be spending all day long with the Lord right there with you, it's always a good idea just to talk to Him and listen to what He has to say. And He does direct our attention to the things He wants us to focus on when we pay attention to Him. And I came across a wonderful synopsis of a scientific study done by a team of psychologists at the University of Sussex in England, where they were studying human-cat interactions and how humans can communicate with their cats. And this may not surprise many of us who have owned and lived in the same house with cats. We've got one cat left in our house who's going to be serenading us in a minute. An old cat. They've had at one time four cats, many times. And the scientists discovered that there is a way to communicate with cats that they understand, and they will communicate with you. But you have to smile at them first. Not the way we humans smile by baring our teeth and opening our mouths wide, but by our eyes, narrowing our eyes and blinking them very slowly at cats. When cats narrow their eyes at us and blink very slowly, they're communicating with us. And it's usually communicating pleasure in being where they are. And when we mimic that, and this study, which was done in 2020, affirms that when we close our eyes narrowly and blink very slowly and intentionally at the cats, they do the same with us. And we, by doing that, are able to create a bond with cats, which, as many of you know, is not always the easiest thing to do because cats are unpredictable. But so are we. And so the study affirms that when we blink our eyes slowly, narrowly at our cats and looking at them, when we do that, they do the same with us. And so try it out. That's a way to create a friendly atmosphere between a human and a cat. Now, if only we could do that with other humans in the world, if we could communicate with them. We're not living in an age where communication is very easy between human beings. And part of that has to do, we live in such a world with such an artificial sense of urgency, driven by the minute-to-minute news updates we get all day long, the instant communication we have all day long with people from all over the world is driving this sense of urgency when we simply need to be still and know that the Lord is God. And I think it would be very helpful in our relationships with other humans if we actually listened to. We don't have any problem talking usually. We're usually, when we're in conversation, thinking about what we want to say next, because we're the center of it all, right? No, we're not. God is the center of all of it. And when we slow down, breathe, and let the love pass between us and others that God has already put there, we can communicate much better than by shouting and screaming and raising our fists and raising our voices. There's too much of that in the world. And know that God's there with you today. Communicate with Him first. He's right there. My song today going through my mind is from the late 19th century, a great morning song called Morning Has Broken. blessed day today, and God willing, Dot and I will see you here tomorrow.